Imagine a land called Aryadesh, a place with wide open fields and big, strong rivers. The land was fertile, and the people lived in harmony with nature, drawing sustenance from the earth and the waters. Here lived a wise man named Rishinath, known for his goodness. He was a sage who spent his days meditating and offering guidance to those who sought his wisdom. He always did what was right. His decisions were fair, and he was respected by everyone in the village. People came from far and wide to seek his counsel. His wife, Sumedha, was very loyal to him and believed in him completely. She was his pillar of strength, always supporting him in his endeavors. They had 4 sons, all good like their parents. Each son inherited their father's wisdom and their mother's kindness, making them beloved in the community. But their youngest son, Veerajit, was special. He stood out not just for his physical strength, but also for his unwavering sense of justice. He was strong and brave, always wanting to do what was fair. Veerajit trained tirelessly, honing his skills and preparing himself for any challenge that might come his way. He loved his parents very much. Their teachings and values were deeply ingrained in him, and he sought to make them proud in everything he did. Rishinath came from a family called Burigu. This lineage was known for its wisdom and strength, passed down through generations. The gods gave this family special powers. These divine gifts were a testament to their righteousness and their role as protectors of the land. Their symbol was an axe, which could create and destroy. This powerful weapon was a symbol of their duty to maintain balance and justice. It was a very powerful weapon, and Rishinath taught his sons to use it carefully. He emphasized the importance of using their strength for good. He taught Veerajit how to fight, and Veerajit became amazing with the axe, better than almost everyone else. His skill was unmatched, and he was admired by all. But Rishinath also taught Veerajit that being good was just as important as being strong. He instilled in him the values of compassion, fairness, and integrity. Veerajit listened carefully to his father. He absorbed every lesson, knowing that these teachings would guide him throughout his life. He wanted to make his family proud. Veerajit trained not just his body, but also his mind, preparing himself for the responsibilities that lay ahead. He didn't know that big challenges would come. Challenges that would test his loyalty, his strength, and everything he believed in. The path ahead was uncertain, but Veerajit was determined to face it with courage and honor. One day, something bad happened. Sumedha, who was usually very calm, felt worried. She had a quick moment where she felt attracted to a god who was flying by. It was a normal feeling, and she quickly forgot about it. But she felt guilty, like she had done something wrong. She told Rishinath what happened. Rishinath, who was usually peaceful, became very angry. He couldn't stand the thought of his wife even thinking about someone else. He was so mad, he told Veerajit to cut off his own mother's head. "Show me you're loyal," he yelled. "Protect our family's honor." Veerajit couldn't move. His father's words were like a shock. How could he do such a terrible thing to his mother? But disobeying his father, who always taught him to do what was right, felt impossible. Veerajit had to choose between his love for his mother and his duty to his father. It was the hardest decision of his life. With a heavy heart, Veerajit decided to obey his father's command, a decision that weighed heavily on his soul. He loved his mother deeply, but he couldn't bring himself to defy his father, especially when it came to something so grave and serious. He picked up his axe, which suddenly felt much heavier than ever before, as if it too understood the gravity of the situation. Tears streaming down his face, he did what his father asked, his heart breaking with every swing of the axe. The ground beneath him shook violently, as if the earth itself was mourning the tragic act he was forced to commit. After it was done, Veerajit, now drenched in his mother's blood, made his way back to his father, each step heavier than the last. Rishinath, who had been consumed by anger, now felt a deep sadness and regret, realizing the enormity of what he had demanded. Overcome with guilt, he embraced his son tightly, trying to offer some comfort for the pain he had caused. He told Veerajit that he was a very good son for listening to him, though the words felt hollow in the face of their loss. As a reward for his obedience, he promised Veerajit that he could have anything he desired, hoping to ease his suffering. Still crying, Veerajit made a heartfelt wish, asking for his mother to be alive again, the only thing that could mend his broken heart. Rishinath, using his powerful magic, brought Sumedha back to life, hoping to undo the wrong he had done. When she awoke, Sumedha had no memory of the tragic events that had transpired, her confusion evident. The family was reunited, but the shadow of that terrible day lingered, a reminder of the cost of blind obedience. The axe, once a symbol of Veerajit's family heritage, now stood as a grim reminder of the day he was forced to kill his own mother. Many years went by. Veerajit became a great warrior. He got married, had kids, and seemed happy. But he never forgot what he did to his mother. He felt like he had given up part of himself by listening to his father that day. Then, something bad happened to Aryadesh. A powerful king named Vikramaditya took over. He was mean and selfish. He treated his people badly, made them pay lots of money, and didn't care about anyone. He didn't listen to wise people and hurt those who were weak. Vikramaditya wanted more and more power. He wanted a special cow named Kamadhenu, which could grant any wish. The cow belonged to a wise man named Jamadagni, who was Veerajit's teacher. Vikramaditya didn't care that the cow was special. He sent his soldiers to take her. Jamadagni wouldn't give up the cow. This made Vikramaditya furious. He told his soldiers to kill Jamadagni and steal the cow. When Veerajit heard that his teacher was killed, he became angrier than he had been since the day he killed his mother. The news hit him like a thunderbolt, igniting a fire within him that he had long tried to keep under control. His teacher had been more than just a mentor. He was a father figure, a guiding light in the darkness of Veerajit's tumultuous life. The axe, once a symbol of his obedience, now felt like it wanted him to get revenge. It was as if the weapon itself was urging him to take action, to right the wrongs that had been done. The weight of the axe seemed to shift, becoming an extension of his own fury. He picked it up, his hands shaking with anger. Each breath he took was heavy with the promise of retribution. The memories of his teacher's lessons flooded his mind, each one a reminder of the path he had to take. The axe felt different now, almost lighter, like his anger was making it stronger. It glowed with an eerie light, reflecting the intensity of his emotions. Veerajit could feel the power coursing through him, a power that was both exhilarating and terrifying. Vikramaditya, feeling very powerful, went back to his palace. He believed his reign was unchallenged, his authority absolute. Little did he know that his actions had set the stage for his own downfall. He didn't know what Veerajit was planning. The king was blissfully unaware of the storm that was about to descend upon him. His ignorance would be his undoing. He thought Veerajit was weak because he had been quiet for so long. He was very wrong. Veerajit attacked Vikramaditya's palace with a ferocity that no one had anticipated. The gates trembled under his assault, and the guards were caught off guard by the sheer intensity of his attack. He fought all the king's guards by himself. His movements were a blur, a deadly dance of precision and power. Each strike was calculated, each blow a testament to his skill and determination. He was so fast and skilled with the axe that even the best fighters were scared. His reputation as a warrior was solidified in that moment, as he cut through the ranks of the king's elite guards with ease. He got to the throne room where Vikramaditya was sitting, surrounded by all the things he had stolen. The opulence of the room was a stark contrast to the chaos outside, a symbol of the king's greed and corruption. The king, finally understanding his mistake, begged for forgiveness, but it was too late. His pleas fell on deaf ears, as Veerajit's heart had hardened beyond the point of mercy. Veerajit raised his axe, his eyes showing no mercy. The moment of reckoning had arrived, and there was no turning back. The price of defiance was about to be paid in full.